Okay, folks, Tuesday evening, and we have kind of a little update here on the Warwagon situation. So we're going to go ahead and recap everything for those of you who do not know what happened, and give you maybe the short version of what's going on here. So about a month ago, I ordered a couple of war wagons from an eBay seller. They were from Alternative Armies, and they were from an eBay seller that, let's get this straightened away. You guys get a better view of what's going on here. And let's adjust this. Okay, so about a month ago, I bought a couple of war wagons from an eBay seller. They were brand new, but one of them looks like when I got it, some of the pieces were missing in it. And I did one of these live videos on it and just kind of showed you what was going on. I had done an unboxing video of it as well, and was just kind of dumbfounded, like I didn't know what to do. Um, but um, but anyhow, so I had these two war wagons, and I laid out all the pieces. That there was one of them that was missing, basically the chassis piece. This is an example of one of them that's built. Okay, they're from Alternative Armies. They're the old tabletop models of the Hussite war wagon, and here's one that's completed. So I needed two for my Hungarian army. I ordered two of them, and when I got them, one of the packages was slit open. I don't think there was anything done intentionally, but the main chassis piece that kind of holds everything together was missing in that package. So I contacted the. I had done that kind of on a in my live video, and I told him I was gonna contact the seller. I did contact the seller, and I still have not heard back from them. However, the next morning, I had gotten an email from Alternative Armies saying that they had seen my video, and and they were going to send me the replacement piece as soon as they got a chance. Maybe it wasn't about a month ago. Maybe it was like 2 weeks ago, something like that. Anyhow, so here is the package from Alternative Armies. Okay, so hopefully we have the other war wagon here. So, anyways, they were. So I was really surprised by a couple of things. First of all, I contacted the seller, Noble Knight, and they still haven't contacted me about it, which is really strange. It's not really their fault, but I did send them an email, and like immediately. So, but then the other thing that was surprising is Alternative Armies had seen my video and immediately contacted me without me contacting them. So, hey, maybe they're subscribed to this channel. So I do like their figures, and I've done unboxings on their stuff before. So maybe they follow my YouTube channel. But anyhow, very helpful lady named Nancy helped me out with this, and she was a treat to deal with. So let's open this thing up and see what we got here. And I had ordered them before through my Burgundians, my Burgundian list here, my Burgundian figures for them. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, some packaging here, and as they said, they were replacing me. Here's a replacement piece for the war wagon. That was missing from the other one. And they sent me another complete war wagon. So, that's excellent. And you can tell it's already cut through the packaging. So it looks like the packaging is kind of brittle, and their own castings cut through there. So maybe it was just I don't know what was going on there. So, but anyways, here's a replacement piece for the other war wagon. So, yeah, let's That's good news. So they didn't need to send me another war wagon. I appreciate it though. They just I think they said because of my troubles. So we'll that's excellent customer service as far as I'm concerned. So here is the missing piece from the other war wagon. And of course, I got to find out where the hell I put it at because I packaged it all up together. It's probably in this pile of doodads, Hungarian doodads here. But anywho, we're going to try to do some painting tonight. I don't think I'm going to go into building this other war wagon, but yeah, I'll definitely be ordering from alternative armies again because of that excellent customer service. So thank you, Nancy. If you're watching this, I really appreciate it. And yeah, I don't know why Noble Knight hasn't contacted me, but okay. Well, Alternative Armies 1, Noble Knight 0. All right, so we're going to put that off to the side. And because at the time I was going to do the War Wagon next, and I've just kind of lost steam on that. We'll do the War Wagons towards the end. So where did we leave off? Where are we on our Hungarian project at this moment? Well, we've got 4 units of the army done so far. We've got a skirmisher and 2 spearmen and a blade. So that's what we've got done so far for this army. So, and we've also have a couple of the horse archers, 2 of the horse archers. Of course, they're not sealed or anything yet. And we've got 1, 2 more horse archers to do, and a couple of hussars, and we're going to put all those together. This will make 3 stands of light horse for the army. So let's make sure that's on, and we're going to roll right into painting another horse archer. Okay, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to attempt to do, unless I run out of power and fizzle out, because it's almost 9 o'clock here. But I wanted home yesterday from our game night. Not only did I have a game video to put out and edit, but I also had 2 packages that did things on Mondays, because Monday is the tightest day I have. I have too many things to do on Monday. We've got a long game night and work first, and it's just rushed to get out there. So I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this war wagon and I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the packaging where it was in, so I do not lose it. I don't misplace it. So, but yeah, I had 2 packages. One of them was this right here, and the other one is an unboxing that I did earlier this evening. So not only did I put out the video of the game night, but I did the unboxing video. So go check that out on my channel as well when you get a chance. And it's the horse trade video. Someone contacted me and said they heard I had some figures they were interested in and offered to trade me some that I might be more interested in, and they were right, because I was never going to build the army they were interested in. So we did the unboxing on that as well. All right, let's see where we're doing paint palette wise. And this thing is still moist. Yeah, it's still all right. Let's make sure this is up. Yep. All right, and there we go. All right, so, and we're going to focus right there. All right, so we got a horse archer. All right, we've done a reddish horse. We've done a brown one. Let's do this guy in gray. How about that? Let's grab a gray that has some brown in it as our base. And it can be a lot lighter than I'm going to end up with it. So what is this? Green gray. But in Spanish, it's green gray. Oh, light green gray. Okay. Yeah, this has got some brown to it. So this is what we're going to use as the base color of the horse, and maybe we'll use black, maybe we won't. Anyhow, we're just gonna kind of wing it. No rules, just right. All right, let's get our usual suspects here, and by that I mean this brush and this one. I had to pick up all these brushes. They were just sitting here in the front when we did the unboxing video, so you don't want to see all that other stuff in the video. This just distracts from the subject at hand. So, all right. Hopefully, we'll get somebody to come on tonight. It's kind of a late start, but we'll see. It's the best I could do. It's the best I could do. So, all right. It's just not where I had it. I had it here because where it's at, if somebody says something, I have no idea what they're saying because that's the problem with using the same phone for filming as I do for using it as a phone. I have to dismount it from here, and I never seem to get the right distance from the at this in the same place. Okay, so we're going to use this guy right here. Let's get our magic eye drops here, which aren't eye drops at all. This is the Viejo airbrush thinner that I've been using. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And this can go back. All right, let's paint a horse. So we're going to mix some black. Now, this I believe is the black that I used on the edge of the stand of these stands. Okay, so this is crappy folk art type of just cheap acrylic. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and use that as my black. I don't mind using that stuff. I was using Vallejo black for a long time and Vallejo white. I was using them for a long time. This is before I had a wet palette, okay? Which the thing about the wet palette is if you don't use a wet palette, a lot of it ends up drying when you mix it on here. So you have to keep remixing it. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah, I want to go darker than that. It's kind of a pain in the ass having to redo that every time. But so what I started doing was I started using craft paints for the black and the white because then if that's usually what was drawing out so much, I'd put a glop of it on there, maybe not that big, but I would have it there and I would use it for all the other colors. And when I bought one of these, I realized that the stuff isn't drying on me like it used to. I went back to using Vallejo black because it covers better than. Well, this particular folk art one covers all right, but you know, at least in this town, the Vallejo is available, but the craft paint can't be found. We're cleaned out of craft paint. So I should have taken the pictures when I went to Michael's the other day. It was just really kind of overkill. They probably had a rack there that probably held, I don't know, full of, well, I have almost 300 paints. So they must have had, I don't know, 600, 700, 800 paints. And they probably only had maybe 20 and not 20 different colors, but repeats of the same color. They were completely cleaned out. So it's been that way for, well, since this COVID thing. So I think there's a lot of people who just wanted to buy craft paint and weren't painters, you know? So let's see, we got another notification. What do we got here? Okay, we'll check that out later. All right. So yeah, so now that I'm using the wet palette, I don't mind using the Vallejo black and white. No matter what you're using, you're always wasting a lot more than you ever end up using. But this stuff is a lot bigger than the Vallejo bottle and costs like $1.20. Vallejo costs like 4 times that and is, well, how many? 59 milliliters. And I want to see these are 18. 17. Yeah. So these are 3 times bigger and 4 times cheaper. So they're really 12 times cheaper. I think I did that right. It's late. I don't do math well after dark. So make sure you check out the videos that we have on there. I just posted 2 of them today. One of them is from the 6 battles that we did last night, and the other one is the unboxing from my Canadian horse trade. As the other gentleman was in Canada. So hopefully he'll enjoy the figures I sent him to use. So let's see. We have one person. Welcome. So again, this is a figure that is based on the same illustration in Armies and Enemies of, I believe it's Armies and Enemies, or maybe it's just might just be Armies of Medieval Europe Volume 2. Warwagons Fixed. Yes, the war wagon arrived. They sent me the replacement piece and they sent me another war wagon. So I went from not having any war wagons to having a shitload of them. But unfortunately, they missed their moment in the sun, so the war wagons will have to wait till the very end now. Live on a roll with this other stuff. Knights should be let after these guys, then we'll be doing the knights. Don't know how long I'll be able to do this tonight. I'm a bit tired. That's the problem with game night, is usually I don't get to bed till after 1. By the time I get home and shower, you're running into like 1 o'clock. So I'm working on like 4 hours of sleep. Not too bad. But yeah, Joe, you need to go back and watch those games that you missed after leaving. They were pretty insane. That's why we like to film. You never know what you're going to see. You never know what you're going to see. Okay. Now we're going to add more of this color here. Oh, here we go. Yawn fest. Story of my life. It's a little fluff there. It's flying all over the place, and I'm thinking it's an insect, which really would be pretty weird because really don't get them inside the house here. Okay. But yeah, I was saying earlier. I don't know if I said that completely or I got ended up sidetracking myself with that unboxing. But there's actually a lot of heraldry available specific to the Poles. So if you're going to build a Polish army, and you'll be like, well, I don't know what about their heraldry. There's all kinds of stuff on them. So that's pretty cool. Because we're going to have to do some Polish allies there for the Battle of Varna period. So 1444. All right, we're going to add a little bit more of this. Too much. Too fast, too soon. My friend wants to try Swords and Spells Gary Gygax's 1976 rules for mass combat. In 28 or 15s? Your friend wants to try it. Well, just tell him, have fun trying it. Is that before the ever famous chainmail? I haven't played chainmail, but I understand that's the precursor to D&D. I never had an interest in playing role-playing games without figures on the table. Because for me, it was always more about the tactics more than the role-playing or the strategy. So I was watching a couple of video game reviews. One guy, I guess the video's been out for a little while. I just saw it. I was searching for something else. Well, I know what I was searching for. So I found out that one of my armies that I have, my cartage, don't have any allies. But they can be the ally of another army. And the other army that they can be an ally of is, my cartage. That's the guys that are have 5 knights and 5 or 6 war bands, something like that, and a bowman and a light horse, that kind of thing. That's the guys I built before my Irish. Like the army, love how they look. Can't win a freaking game with them. That's not true. They are 1-4. So anyhow, I'm like, okay, well, what other ways can I use this army? Well, they can't have an ally, but they can be the ally of another army. The army they can be an ally of, these guys called Saffarids. And I think they're book 343 or something like that. So I'm like, okay, well, let's look up some stuff on the Saffarids or flags and all that kind of stuff. And I looked up on YouTube and I hit this channel who does this game called Crusader Kings. Okay, Crusader Kings is another version of a video game that I played a long time ago called Europa Universalis. A long time ago on my first computer, I had it. And I don't know that I really liked it. It's very strategic. It's one of those, it reminds me of, there's a couple of games that are free to play on the internet or even through Facebook, I think. And basically they're real-time games, but you could speed up the the speed of the game. Actually, I don't know if you can in the multiplayer ones, but you could in the Europa Universalis. And it's like a strategic game, but if you go and attack another province, it'll show like your guy moving slowly. But if you pause it, he stops moving. And anyway, so there's politics and all kinds of other stuff involved. I played it some, but you know, I didn't play it so much that I ended up playing more than one nation. So I think it starts just before Columbus in the original one, and I ended up just playing Spain. That's the only that's the only nation I've played with them. But so they have this Crusader Kings 2, which is kind of the same thing. And this guy was doing a video, and he was gonna play in the game. He was gonna play the Saffarids, okay? And in doing so, he kind of took you around on the game map and talked about all the other dynasties and break off countries or territories from the Abbasids, like the Saffarids were. And it was super interesting hearing him talk about the history of it and stuff like that. Almost to where I'm like, I could be tempted to buy that, but the thing with a video game is if I'm playing a video game, I'm not painting. If I'm not painting, I'm not doing videos. So, you know, yeah. So I do a little bit of video gaming, not a whole lot. I've got a couple of games that I'm playing. I got one guy that I play who's a DBA guy. I don't know him personally, but I've interacted with him probably in the last 10, 15 years or whatever. And I'm playing Field of Glory with him. And I finally got a chance to play in a tournament. I tried last time there was a tournament and like missed it, like the cutoff, and there were too many people. But I think this one's like there were hundreds of people in this tournament. So I was able to join it, and I'm in my first game of that, and I'm playing the author of the rules. So, which isn't very not really the author of the rules, the programmer of the rules. It isn't very what's the word I'm thinking of? Oh, it's late. I can't think of what it is. What I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say. It's not very scary. I'm not trying to say scary, but I'm not. I just can't think of what the word is. Anyways, I'm not worried about playing him because I played him before in his pike and shot game and did fine against him. So it doesn't take the place of DBA, but it does give you a chance to move around some, do some wargaming kind of stuff. So so yeah, that's coming up. So one thing that I like about the way they do Field of Glory is that you end up playing. Yeah, they'll send you like a matchup, and you end up playing what they call a mirrored pair. So you guys know what a match pair is in DBA, right? You've got two armies that are enemies of each other. Well, this is kind of like one step farther than that, because like let's say you're playing Romans and Carthaginians. One person's playing Romans on one side, and the other guy's playing and then playing Carthaginian in the other game. So you have to play both sides, and the terrain is exactly the same for both battles. So it's not like you get randomly generated terrain and it's terrain that's different for both of the battles. Both of the battles will have the same terrain, but you'll get to pick what units you want to purchase and that kind of stuff. So there's some flexibility as to where you purchase them, but it's a fun game. I've played quite a bit of it, and it's something to do. So we'll see how that tournament goes. Again, I don't really care whether I win or not. It's just kind of something else to do. So. All right. Yeah, we're going to have to keep going up. So you guys got 2 videos to check out that I put out today. So. One of them's like 14 minutes long, and the other one's 4.5 hours long. All right, I need a little refresher. I'll be right back. Stay right there. I'll be right back. Pick up where we left off. Okay. Back again. Well, I lied. I bought something to eat too. I had the munchies, so. We're eating some kind of potato chips that they picked up from Trader Joe's that have Halloween shapes. The ghost. Guess this is supposed to be a bat. Yeah. All right. Hope I'm not chewing too loud. If not, I'm a fast eater. They'll be over soon. Okay. Yeah, I've never played some kind of a fantasy combat type game before. I have played like a Three Musketeers type game, using 28 millimeter figures, and that was a lot of fun. I don't remember what rules they were using, but that was pretty cool. I like that. The problem with the skirmish type games like that is sometimes you'll have games that claim to be a skirmish type game, but then they want you to push around 60 pieces. No, you just you're making decisions you wouldn't normally be making if you were commanding that many people. So ultimately, it's not really a problem. I see why people want to have that type of thing because they want all the detail, but at the same time, it really can bog down. So I'm pretty hooked on the whole you finish every game concept. That's a big appeal for me. It's a big appeal. Uh oh. Oh shit. I didn't see those messages here. Kevin, there you are. 25 millimeter. Okay. Post chainmail. So that came out after chainmail. More than about 30 minutes is not skirmish in my book. Yep. Huh. Games to me end up being about focusing around, are you making meaningful decisions? Are there many different ways to skin a cat in the rule set? That was one of the things that kind of, when we first started doing World War II gaming in the late 80s, well, we didn't do it earlier because we were too young. But in the late 80s, we started doing Command Decision. And Command Decision, I felt like you had no meaningful decisions to make. You're going to blast the other guy before he blasted you, and you weren't going to do a full move. You're going to do a half move, so you could do have up or not move at all. So there was opportunity fire. There was like it was like a Mexican standoff type thing, and wasn't very enjoyable. Let's see. I'm going to bring this guy up any more? Maybe not much. I did say it was going to be a gray horse, and look what happened. Now, I try not to do any heavy planning. We just kind of pick a color and roll with it. Otherwise, you just spend too much time cogitating about stuff and not actually getting it done. All right. Again, we're going to leave the horsehair for last because as we're moving this guy around, we're going to invariably end up scuffing his tail and stuff. We don't need to have put a lot of effort into it. Okay, so we know we're going to go with a theme of he's going to have a light colored hood on the figure like these other two. Okay, we're definitely going to do that. But what is the tunic color that we're going to choose for this guy? And I think I'm going to go with light green on this one. Okay, so let's go grab us a light green. Not that. Doing. Wish this thing, what is it, not up all the way up against the wall? I guess it wasn't. Huh? Green sky. Let's try this. Yeah, if I don't like it, repaint it. Let's do something different. Ready for this? Let's do the green. Let's use brown to darken it instead of black. Crazy, man. Crazy talk. Oh, and I still ended up mixing the black. Hey, habit. Habit after years of doing this way. There we go. Looks like sad pistachio ice cream. It's like pistachio ice cream, pistachio chip. I like pistachio ice cream, but I don't really like chocolate. So. Okay. We can go darker than that. There we go. Anxious. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, Chris. Turquoise? Nah, that's a little too fruity for these guys. Turquoise is one of those, seems like it'd take a lot of money to have that. And these guys, they don't have that much money. They haven't found it yet. They're gonna go raid somebody's camp. I do like turquoise though. I got a couple of nice ones, and I got a nice turquoise color and a nice emerald too. But gotta use those sparingly. Well, today was just miserably hot here today. I swear winter's never going to get here. Or fall's never going to get here. Well, we don't have a fall. So. You have the heat on. Wow. I got a story about a heater. Or maybe I have a story about not a heater. I don't turn the heater on for shit here. And it gets to 18 degrees. One winter, we woke up, we didn't have the heat on. It'd gotten into the 20s, or it'd gotten cold. It'd gotten under freezing. We woke up and it was 53 in the house. No windows are open, right? You know how much you have to pay in air conditioning to get your house down to 53, and you just got it free? Well, you can't get it down to 53 for starters. Wow. Yeah. And we have our fans. We sleep with the fans in the bedroom on high all year round. Because it doesn't matter whether it's wintertime or not. I got to have the air circulation. So I'm not a big fan of hotels. Because hotels, most of them do not have a ceiling fan. Don't rub it in regarding weather. Low of 29 expected. Man, I wish I had 29. I wish I had 29. Yeah, my low is 29 Celsius. It's ridiculous. I said the other day, I said, man, some people must have come from a real shithole to settle here. No, I like Florida, except the weather. I don't like the weather here. But whatever. I'm looking forward to that one day where I turn into an old person and I'm cold all the time, but I'm pretty sure that's never going to happen to me. I can't go to sleep if I'm hot. I can't stand it when my feet get hot. So, anyhow, everybody has their things, so. But no, I don't run a heater at all. Shouldn't be any heaters in Florida. And here's the thing, I love wearing long sleeves. You can just never wear them. Only like, maybe a week's worth of a year. But I love wearing long sleeves. So 29 degrees already, man. So when it starts kind of getting less oppressive, I shouldn't say cooler, less oppressive here, is around Halloween. But Halloween's, I think, is like a 50-50 split. You get a cool one, and then you get one that's like still and buggy and very high humidity. And I think that's what we're due for this year. And the only reason it makes a difference for me is we'll go outside, and we go outside in the neighborhood and watch the kids run around and have a couple beers and that kind of thing. So it's not as much fun to do that when it's hot and sticky outside. Okay, I think we've got everything in the base color on him so far. And let's start adding more pistachio and less chip to the color. Let's green it up some. $29 for the Brits. The Brits are all asleep now. I wanted to do this a little earlier than I got a chance to today, but it just didn't work out. Too many things going on. It's too busy Monday through Friday. Too busy Monday through Friday. Okay. It really does look like melted pistachio chip. There's still some of the brown in there. All right, a little bit more green. You want a close up? See what I can do. No, I can't bend this. That's the problem. I can't twist this part. It's just not going to do it justice. That's what we got so far. So yeah, if you like doing a method like this, pick different mix-ins. Other than just black. Use a brown, do a red, and mix brown in a dark brown with it instead of a black. You get kind of a different tone. You can go with it in all kinds of different ways. But yeah, the one guy, I don't remember what his channel is right now. I subscribe to it, but I don't remember what it is. But he was playing a play-by-play of Crusader Kings 3, I want to say is what it was. 2 or 3, one of those. Anyways, it was really interesting because of the history part. I don't know that I would enjoy playing that game. I'm not a strategy guy. I don't like playing grand strategy type games. I prefer to do tactics. So, but I did like the history aspect of it, So, and yeah, that's what happened. I was looking for the Saffreds, and the next thing you know, I'm looking at video games and fell in the YouTube rabbit hole. YouTube, Wikipedia, both of those are, especially YouTube. A YouTube rabbit hole. All right, a little bit more. That's probably as much green as we're going to add to it. Then we'll lighten it up from there, but we're not going to add any more green in that. It'll end up looking like a jelly bean. Let's see, let's get a little bit more here. white still alive? Let's see here. Oh, I'm not worth a shit at night. I'm not worth a shit at night. All right. Oh, I said I wasn't going to add any more green. Damn it, I'm not adding more green. Yeah, I'm not on the ball anymore. It's just too late for me. It's too late. Quarter to 10 is too late when you only got like 3.5 hours of sleep. So that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to add the white to it. Yeah. There you go. Mm. And a little bit more white. My college buddies went deep into resource building empire board games, which I find very boring. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a tactics guy. I remember I was in college. I had a friend of mine. He liked board games. I don't have a problem with board games as long as they're combat board games. Because I'm a devout pacifist every day. I wanna take over the world or that kind of thing. So he loved Rise and Decline of the Third Reich. And man, I absolutely hated that game. I hated that freaking game. All right, let's see what we got here. We got on the time. We're on the cusp of an hour. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it much longer. So I'm probably just going to wrap this up because I'm ready to go get horizontal with myself. But anyhow, don't forget to check out the gameplay video that we had last night. We stayed up until the wee hours for you guys. So we got that's 6 games for that. That's dry spell, all dry armies, and yeah, that unboxing I did earlier. So not sure if you're going to see me before Saturday, but we'll try. We got stuff that we need to do, so we'll catch you guys on the other side. All right, folks. See you later. Happy painting.